Welcome back, friends, to this final episode on fears. In this episode, let's look at how to address the fears. On a day-to-day basis, we may or may not experience some triggers which will trigger fear within us. So most of the times, we do experience triggers, if not on a daily basis, at least every alternate day, or very frequently we get to see or experience some triggers on fear. So whenever there is a trigger, when I say trigger, there is an event or a situation that's happening in our life where we are experiencing some fear. What we generally do when a fear is arising is we suppress it. This is an automatic thing that happens. This is a neurological thing that happens. So we all tend to suppress the fear and just move on. Just imagine, what if a situation has come and there is a possibility that you may lose the job? What's the kind of fear that you're going to get? So what if there is a situation that there is some retrenchment happening in the organization where people are going to lose their jobs? So everybody on the floor will have this fear that, am I on the list? But all the people on the floor will have another answer, I'll not be there. So what's happening here is everybody is experiencing fear there, the fear of losing a job, but all the people would suppress this fear and just move on. We are trained or conditioned to ignore these fears and move on in life. We think that just a fear, it's not a reality, and just we move on. Likewise, what if you invest your funds into the equity market and the equity market is crashing? So we all have the fear that, oh, okay, so what will happen to the funds I have invested there? Immediately, no, this script may not lose it. So we don't experience any of the fear, we just suppress it and just we move on. The first and foremost thing that we need to do here is allow this fear to come up and honor it. Honor this emotion. Whatever is the emotion that's involved there, be it fear, be it sadness, be it anger, or any other emotion that is coming up, most of the times it's the fear. For the first time, you're losing something. What we encounter is the fear. So honor it, respect it, allow it to come up, allow it to go down on its own. Do not resist it. So once you acknowledge this fear, allow it to come up and go, be in the same situation and ask yourself what's behind this fear. So initially you may feel that, okay, I may lose all my money. That's the fear. So what will happen if you lose your money? So when you ask this question, what's behind this fear, what will happen if you lose the money? So what may come up is that you're a failure there, that you have invested into the wrong scripts and the market is not doing good and all the money that you have invested is gone. So you feel that your judgment has been wrong, that you're not good enough. So it can be anything. So start looking at what's behind this fear. That's the second step. And the third one is, ask yourself, when is the first time that you have experienced this kind of a fear? At a conscious level, you may not even know, you may not even remember as when you have experienced this kind of a fear. So do not interfere and allow your subconscious mind to bring this particular event as when you have experienced this kind of a fear for the first time in life. Allow it to come up. Do not question it. Do not challenge it. Whenever is the event, when that event is coming up, allow all the emotions that are involved in that event to come up. So you may find yourself into a situation where in a childhood where you have purchased something, maybe a small little chocolate or some toffee or something, and you lost it. And what is it, that expression on your parents' face that you have seen on that particular day when you lost the toffee? Look at those particular feelings. Did you feel that, oh my God, my mom is not happy with me, my mom has rejected me, my mom is not appreciative of the fact, whatever it is, just allow it to come up. Ensure that you're facing this with all the courage you have. Be very gentle with yourself, be very compassionate with yourself, be very loving towards yourself. Look at all these emotions, allow it to come up, and the meanings behind this, those statements behind these particular emotions. Once you identify, then the fourth step is look within yourself. When is it that you are unhappy with yourself? When is it that you made yourself wrong? When is it that you're disappointed with yourself? Look at those emotions whenever you made yourself wrong for the first time, and allow all the emotions to come up and go. Once you do this 4-step exercise, you will be able to clear almost all the fears in your life, provided you commit to yourself, you be very honest with yourself, rather brutally honest with yourself, very unbiased with yourself. Look at all the events in your life and clear up all the fears. As I said earlier, the other side of the fear is what you have a beautiful and peaceful life. Should you desire to have that kind of a life, have the courage to look into the fears. Would you be keen to have that kind of a life? If yes, go ahead, start working on yourself. If you think this particular exercise is going to help your family and friends to clear their fears, please forward this video to all your family and friends. Help them to get over the fears and help them to have that wonderful, beautiful, peaceful life which they have decided to have. We'll catch up with a new series next week. Until then, have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.